They are one of the preeminent ballet companies in the country. New York City-based American Ballet Theater has been home to the finest dancers from all over the world for the last 82 years. They are taking their talents on the road and are making a stop right here in the Lowcountry. Joining us with more is Duncan McElwain, an apprentice with American Ballet Theater. He joins us via Skype from St. Louis, where you've made a stop there, bringing just wonderful ballet and culture to the masses. So first and foremost, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so it's a rarity, you know, when companies such as ABT tour at all, let alone post-pandemic. So maybe you can just tell us a little bit more about why it's important for your company, ABT in particular, to get out there in front of audiences that may not necessarily be coming to New York to see you.
Absolutely, yeah. So it's let me just start by saying how much fun we're having going around and just kind of bringing the arts back to America. That's what it feels like, and it's so nice to just sort of see crowds come out and have a great night and see them have a great time watching it.
It's wonderful that not only you as a new generation, a new crop of artists that's coming up as a professional are doing what you do and all the sacrifices that come along with it. And we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But for audiences here in the Lowcountry, it is also momentous, the fact that ABT is going to be here. So this is a unique tour. You're al fresco, you're outside. So tell us kind of the style that you've got going on. This is not your traditional in the theater kind of performance. I
mean, we tour, it's a touring company, but we don't usually it feels like we're very close to our audience. Now it's a very almost intimate setting. We're all outside. We can kind of see everybody and
the way that you are doing it, though, you're taking this big truck and you're going from city to city, a total of 8 cities, if I'm not mistaken?
8 cities.
8 cities. And this truck unfolds into a stage, and that's what you're performing on. And what are you going to be performing?
I'm performing Indestructible Light, and that's a piece. There's 8 dancers in that piece, and it was choreographed by Darrell Grand Moultrie in New York almost a year ago, last fall in October. There are 3 other pieces in the program. So the first one is La Folia Variations, and that was choreographed by Lauren Lovett. Then we have either White Swan Pas de Deux, or Let Me Sing Forevermore, or Don Q Pas de Deux, and those kind of go in between. So it's either 2, like one White Swan or Let Me Sing, or Don Q or Let Me Sing.
Well, it sounds,
and then
it sounds like a nice compliment, the more recent contemporary pieces versus the classics like Don Q. Okay, so this is going to happen in Charleston, ABT Across America, Saturday, July 17th at 7:30 p.m. It's at the Citadel, right on the field there, so you can just come out, enjoy, maybe bring a personal fan or something. It might be a little bit warm, but just so that people understand what it's like to be a ballet dancer. First of all, you come from a family of dancers, am I not mistaken?
I do, yes. So that's kind of why I started. My sister was dancing, and I was hanging around the studio, and they needed guys, as usual, especially in rural places like Vermont. They always need some guy, you know, to do there's guy roles, you know. So Nutcracker came along, and I did Fritz, and then from there on, I was like, wow, this is pretty fun, you know, be on stage, perform. But yeah, my dad was a dancer in the 70s, and my mom was a modern dancer, so it's
everybody. So it runs in the blood.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And just real quick, to tell people what it takes to get to your level of professionalism. It's a long road of a lot of hard work.
Yeah, around 12 years old, I started to really take it seriously. I started going to summer intensives, and that's when like the serious work begins, and you become. I joined JKO, which is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis School at American Ballet Theater, when I was 13. And so what basically what that means is I would go to school in the morning, and then I would go to JKO and I would take ballet classes until 6:37.
Dedication, sacrifice, hours every day, perfecting and trying to reach the pinnacle, and you certainly made it. So Duncan, I want to thank you so much for joining us today, and we're so looking forward to you all coming down to the Low Country this weekend.
I'm so excited to be there, and again, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Duncan. We're back after this.